Right now, somewhere in the world, two strangers are sitting at a bar. They just met an hour ago. By the end of the night, they will feel like old friends. They will share things they have never told anyone. They will laugh too loud and stay too late. And tomorrow, they will both wonder why they said so much. That is not weakness. That is 10 million years of human biology doing exactly what it was designed to do. Because alcohol was never just a drink. It was the first social technology humans ever had. And the story of how it shaped civilization is far stranger than anyone ever told you. It starts not with humans, but with a small primate on a forest floor in Africa 10 million years ago. Fruit had fallen from a tree and sat too long in the heat. Yeast had gotten in. Fermentation had begun. The fruit was producing small amounts of ethanol, and when that primate ate it, something happened in the brain. A warm feeling, a loosening, a sense that the world was slightly more manageable than it was a moment ago.
That primate had no idea what fermentation was, but it knew it wanted more, and over millions of years, that impulse got passed down. By the time modern humans arrived, the craving was already built in, hardwired. Ancient, hours before we even had a word for it. But here is what nobody talks about. What alcohol actually does to the human brain is not what most people think. Most people believe alcohol makes you less inhibited. That is true, but it is not the whole picture. What alcohol specifically lowers is social fear. The anxiety of being judged, the discomfort of being seen, the wall humans build between themselves and everyone else. Alcohol dismantles that wall faster than almost anything else ever discovered. And for early humans living in groups where cooperation meant survival, that was not a side effect. That was the point. Groups that could drink together could trust each other faster, could form alliances quicker, could coordinate hunts, share resources, and build communities with strangers in ways that sober groups simply could not. Alcohol was not destroying ancient social structures. It was building them.
And the evidence is everywhere. 12,000 years ago at a site in southeastern Turkey called Göbekli Tepe, hunter-gatherers who had no permanent homes, no farms, and no pottery moved 10-ton stone pillars up a hill and carved them with extraordinary precision. Archaeologists spent decades trying to understand what would motivate nomadic people to organize that kind of labor. Then they found the stone vats, large fermentation vessels, evidence of alcohol production on a massive scale. The current theory is that Göbekli Tepe was not a settlement, it was a gathering place. People traveled from across the region, came together, drank, and in doing so, built something that should not have been possible for people living the way they lived. Alcohol did not follow civilization, it may have summoned it. And then something even stranger happened. Around 9,000 years ago in central China, in a village called Jiahu, archaeologists found pottery jars with residue from a fermented drink made from rice, honey, grapes, and hawthorn berries. This is the oldest confirmed recipe in human history. Not for bread, not for medicine, for alcohol. And it was not crude, it was sophisticated, a carefully balanced blend of ingredients chosen for flavor and effect. Whoever made this was not just surviving, they were creating. That is the part that changes everything, because the same neurological effect that made ancient humans trust strangers faster also made them create. Music, art, storytelling, ritual. Anthropologists have noticed that across virtually every ancient culture on Earth, fermented drinks appear alongside the earliest forms of human creativity. The loosening of social fear did not just open humans up to each other, it opened them up to ideas. Every song ever written, every story ever told around a fire, every alliance ever formed between strangers, there is a reasonable argument that all of it was lubricated by the same ancient impulse that started on a forest floor 10 million years ago. You did not just inherit the craving, you inherited everything it built.